body yoga folding like origami. What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit closet.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Oh, good move. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Coming through that time and stopping him for a loss was Drake Jackson. Nice play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Powell, he'll look to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it
it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Howell. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Gets around, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Niners at 500, 7-7 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Herbert throwing again. This will be caught at Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Justin Herbert looking to pass. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
7-7, our score after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. After the run, now Herbert to throw. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray, a 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. He'll decide to keep this once more. Oh, Hal loses it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now a first down throw, complete downfield. Touchdown, Washington! So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, three things can happen, and two of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. This is a counter play. Eckler, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Herbert. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Herbert on 1st down now. And this one is incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's Samuel, caught left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running on first down, Eckler. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. They found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Out to his left. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 50, here's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Commanders 21, 49ers 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On second down, Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. This one caught by Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And some room to roam now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Austin Eckler. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the 49ers have moved down in front. Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On second and 11 now. Powell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
63 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
They'll run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are all tied at 28. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Piñeiro is good, and they have regained the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving.
Oh, Hal loses it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The big fella. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Gold to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now trying to pick it up on third. knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
He'll buy some time right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing here, Howell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tervarius Moore showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Herbert. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Herbert operating from the red zone. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Powell, another throw on 2nd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And Kittle catching the slant. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the 49ers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
This defense walks off the field. They can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the 49ers, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week.